Ugo, my name is Tashi. This is Mary Rose. We are seniors here at Bellarmine Prep in Tacoma. And we just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today. I'm sure you're probably a very busy man. And we just have a few questions for you, if that's all right.
Sounds good with me, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right. So the first thing we're kind of wondering is like, what is a typical day look like as a Seahawk? Like, walk me through like a typical day during the week for you.
That's a good question. A typical day as a Seahawk, I would say for me, I'm up very early, 5 a.m. Meetings don't start till 8 a.m. So between that time, I'm eating, doing stuff for my body, and then throughout the day, once the meetings start rolling, then we got walkthroughs around 11 o'clock ish. After walkthrough, you have a break, which is now, and then after the break, we have practice, and after practice, we have meetings, and the meetings end around 5-ish, 5:30, and then from that time on, from 5:30 to about 10, you gotta eat, take care of your body some more and watch film. So you got like 5 hours to yourself, then you gotta go back to sleep and do it all over again.
Very busy. And you mentioned maintaining your body, and that's so important. We were wondering, how do you prepare for games? Do you have pre-game rituals or eating specific things before every game?
I would say I always drink a blue Gatorade. Just it keeps my stomach calm, Even since high school, I always drink a blue Gatorade. I don't know why blue. It's always stuck with me. But rituals, I really don't. I just like things quiet around me on game day. I don't like too much noise and all that stuff. I just like things calm around me.
That's awesome. I'll take note of that. Blue Gatorade. So we were just wondering, what was it like winning the Lombardi Award? The award is described as someone who best embodies the values and spirits of the NFL's legendary coach, Vince Lombardi.
Oh, man, that was like the highlight of my career in college. When I won the Lombardi Award, I saw I was on the list, but I saw who else was on it, but I still just had to have faith, had to know what God had in plan for me. And, lo and behold, I won it, But, yeah, that award is going to speak a long, long way, throughout my career. Even when I'm done, you go look at the list of people who won that. These guys are made a name for themselves in the NFL.
Yeah, that's so impressive. And then, do you have anyone that you look up to as a sports hero, past or present players?
I would say I look up to these guys, but I'm very, aware of their history, and I'm a person who just likes history. For example, I like Walter Payton, I like Mike Tyson, and my favorite player is Tyrann Mathieu. He's always my favorite player since I was in high school. And these are guys who know how to win, and they know how to, be resilient when times are hard as well.
Cool. Yeah. Sports, I'm sure as you know, are just about as much mental strength as physical strength. How do you bounce back or keep a bad play or a bad drive from getting in your head?
It's hard because human nature, all we remember is the bad stuff more than the good, but it's just one of those things where you just gotta as easy as it sounds, but as hard as it is, just next play, have short-term memory, and just keep it moving, because you don't know what's happening next play. You may get the ball, you may score a touchdown, you don't know. So if you're still dwelling on the past, you can never move on to the future.
For sure.
Yeah, and then you have a very busy day with life as a professional athlete. Do you have any hobbies or interests that you fit into your free time outside of sports?
Yeah, I'm really big into real estate. I feel like it's a very lucrative business. I feel like that's something that you can pass down from your kids to your kids' kids, and that's something I've been really heavy into, especially in this past off season as well.
Cool. Kind of a fun one. Something we've been wondering about is, what is like your favorite song or album or type of music to listen to before a game or like on game day?
On game day, I wouldn't listen to the song on game day, but I think my favorite album would probably be Drake's "Take Care" album. That came out in 2011, I think, when I was in high school. So yeah, the "Take Care" album.
Super cool. And then, where does your motivation to come from? Self-motivation, motivation to support your teammates, from your family?
I think my motivation comes from, a little bit of everything, family, self-motivated, and just wanting to be great every day, never wanting to be the same, just want to, always continue to grow.
Cool. What was the first sort of big ticket item you bought with your first paycheck?
That's funny because I know you're assuming something big, but like I watch those stories and all that stuff, but I never really bought anything big. The only thing I probably bought was my car, but that wasn't a big purchase or anything like that. But I still haven't to this day haven't bought anything big.
Nice. That's smart. You gotta save.
Yeah, I got a plan.
Speaking of saving, yeah. Speaking of saving, football careers are relatively short, most of the time compared to other careers. We're wondering, like, what do you have any ideas? You mentioned real estate of what you might be interested in doing after football.
Yeah, like I said, what I would be doing after football would definitely be real estate, man. There's so many ways you can get properties and make your money work for you. That's one way you can definitely do that. Hopefully, you guys, as you guys get older, you learn more about this stuff. Because where do you go when you're tired? At the end of the day, go home with a roof over your head. Everybody's gonna need that, man. So make sure you guys start looking into that too, man. It will never steer you wrong, but you got to do your due diligence first before you get into it. I would definitely advise y'all about that.
Thank you. And then you've already accomplished so much in your career. Do you have any more goals over the course of your career that you hope to accomplish?
I hope to win the Super Bowl, be an All-Pro, and play 10 years in the NFL. At least 10. At least 10.
Nice. Those are some good goals. What lessons have you learned on the field that apply off the field in your life in terms of like work ethic, bouncing back, things like that?
That's a great question. Y'all got some good questions, man. Type of things I learned on the field that will apply off the field. Definitely teamwork. That's another huge thing. You got to be able to have that trust with the person next to you, whether you're a classmate, whether you're a coworker, anything. You definitely got to have that trust. If you don't have that trust, work is very, very rigid. What else do I say? Yeah, work ethic for sure. One thing I always learned, and Mike Tyson said that, is hard work. What do you say? No, he said this about discipline. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it because you love it. And another one, Tim Grover, he was Michael Jordan's trainer, and I sat down and talked to him. He said the last thing you need to do is the first thing you need to do. So for example, after a game, we lift weights the next day. So in my mind, like I don't want to lift weights, but I need to lift weights because I got to keep my body, intact for the next week, keep it strong and healthy for the rest of the season. So those are things that definitely apply on the field and off the field.
That's awesome.
And then you mentioned that you value teamwork and you've learned a lot. What's your favorite part of being in such a close-knit community of a team?
The favorite part is laughter, I think. If you don't laugh at work or when you're working with somebody, it's not fun, And in the Bible, it's laughter is good for the soul, And you definitely gotta be able to laugh. If you don't laugh, then you're not having fun,
Totally. And then just one more question. The team isn't having as much success this year as we've had in previous years. What do you think are like a few key things that the offense or defense needs to improve on in order to start winning more games this season?
For me personally, I think that the way our season is going right now is not like you said how it normally is in the city, but I just feel like God has given us another opportunity to prove ourselves. As long as we keep chopping wood, who knows what the outcome will be. But we don't know what this is. God testing us? Is He testing us for something bigger in the future? Who knows? But we got to continue to keep having faith in what we have right now.
For sure. Well, we wish you the best of luck. That's about all from us. Thank you again so much for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you guys for having me. I would love to see y'all report cards into this year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
No.